Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I have another time-lapse video to share with you. This time I am drawing another one of my pet praying mantis. If you're familiar with my channel, you may have seen some of my other time-lapse videos featuring past pet praying mantis and other insects, but rather than just having music in the background, I thought I'd talk a little bit about this particular species of mantis and share you some of what I've learned from keeping them as pets. The mantis I'm drawing here is a deadleaf mantis. This species is native to the tropical forests of Vietnam. This particular mantis is named Draco, and he is a male. With this species, the males and the females look quite different from one another. The males are smaller and more slender, usually around 2 inches long, while the females are much larger, leaf-like shields, and a broader body. They are also considerably larger, reaching around 3 inches in length. I was really hoping to get a female, so I ended up getting 3 more teeny tiny deadleaf mantis nymphs, hoping that at least one of them would turn out to be female. And nope, I ended up with 3 more males. But there was a plus side to having multiple males. I was able to keep all 3 of them in the same enclosure, and as long as I was keeping them well fed, they didn't seem to go after each other and seemed to live pretty peaceful together. At least that was my experience with them. Males typically have a shorter lifespan of around 10 months, but I currently have one that I've had for a little over a year. So I guess with the right conditions and proper care, they can live a little bit longer. Before I got my deadleaf mantis, I tried to do some research on the species, but for the most part, I could only find information about the females. And honestly, after having them, I can say that I really like having the males. They may be smaller, but I love the arrow-shaped bodies, and especially love those big, bulging eyes. They aren't aggressive, but I will say that they can be a bit skittish. When Draco feels threatened or scared, he sometimes drops to the bottom of his enclosure and remains completely motionless, almost as if he's a dead leaf. And apparently, that tactic worked pretty well. There was actually one time when I thought I might have accidentally killed him because he fell to the ground and he was completely still. It wasn't until I realized that he was doing that I understood that he was just trying to camouflage himself and fool me into thinking he was a leaf. What a little stinker. You can see one of his defensive postures here in the video. Back off, I'm a scary leaf. He blends right in with the dried up leaves around him. They have such incredible camouflage. It's amazing just how much they can look like an actual dead leaf. And it's the details like this that I love to draw. You can also see my husband here taking pictures of Draco. It's awesome having a husband who's willing to take pictures of my mantises because I rely on those photos when I'm drawing them. Insects don't exactly like to hold still for very long, so getting good reference photos can be a challenge. Thankfully, with this micro lens, he's able to capture all those tiny details, and I love drawing those details. Another thing I've noticed with deadleaf mantis is they can be a little picky about what they eat. As nymphs, they typically feed on fruit flies, and as they get larger, they can eat flies and other flying insects such as moths. Because they're a little more skittish and can be somewhat challenged when it comes to feeding, I wouldn't put them in the very easy to raise category. For example, I've never had one show any interest in eating a cockroach. They also seem to prefer slightly higher humidity, so I have to make sure Draco has plenty to drink. He seems to want to drink more often than some of my other mantises. Here he is drinking some water off of this leaf. So if you're thinking about getting a pet praying mantis, I probably wouldn't recommend starting with a deadleaf mantis. There are other great species out there that are a little easier and great for beginners. That being said, I've really enjoyed having them as pets. They may be a little bit more challenging, but they are such fascinating little creatures. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you learned a few things about deadleaf mantis. Nature really is a beautiful thing, and I just love drawing these little creatures and taking the time to notice all the tiny details that we tend to overlook. Thanks for watching, and until next time, have a great day.